For the last 20 years, the fitness industry has lied to us. They made us believe that building a strong athletic body requires a costly club membership, 20 different machines, and flashing screens. But I realized this is just a business plan designed to make money, not to help our bodies. If you're trying to balance a career and a family, I can tell you that the commercial gym is no longer a help. It is just stealing your most valuable resource, your time. Let me tell you about the path most people take. I know it perfectly because I lived it for years. I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, starting my day with heavy stress just to be the first one in the gym and beat the morning rush hour. It was a nightmare. I was trying to balance that early tiredness with my daily work and my family duties. And if I went after work instead, I walked into a loud, crowded room. The air was bad, the music was a loud wall of noise that I absolutely hated. I often spent 20 minutes just waiting for a squat rack to open up. My brain was completely tired from all this noise even before I started lifting. But there was a worse trap, the social pressure. As humans, we want to look good in front of others. When I saw a guy next to me putting another heavy plate on the barbell, my own plan went out the window. I remember so many times when I felt that quiet pressure. I added weight I could not control. I shortened the range of motion and I used momentum just because I didn't want to look weak in front of strangers. The result? I got bad joint pain, a hurt lower back, and zero new muscle growth. I also fell for the trap of doing too many new things. Because the commercial facility has many different machines, I used to change my exercises way too often. I would swap chest machines just because another one was free. It felt like progress, but it wasn't. My body was just learning a new movement, not growing. I ended up with mental burnout and a body that looked exactly the same year after year. I learned that if you do not take full control of your physical environment, your surroundings will dictate your results. Without a strict boundary, your workout will always lose against work problems or family needs. The very challenge of driving to the commercial club makes it easy to skip days. But my muscles cannot read the brand name on the machine. They do not care about shiny cables. And my nervous system only understands two things: tension and fatigue. I realized I had to build a wall around my routine before the environments destroyed my progress. My solution was simple. I stepped out of the gym culture. I built a minimalist training sanctuary right inside my house. By making a small, quiet space, I eliminated the traffic, the crowds, and the ego. To make things work, I bought only three physical tools. This is my Iron Minimalism Framework. First, the adjustables. I chose Zipro adjustable dumbbells. Why? Barbells lock your hands and shoulders into stiff, unnatural lines. Dumbbells let my arms move naturally, which save my elbows and shoulders. Also, they are much safer. If my muscles fail on a home bench press, a heavy barbell can trap me. With dumbbells, I just drop them to my sides. No fear, no holding back. Second, the anchor, a good folding bench. By changing the angle from flat to a 30 or 45-degree incline, I can change how gravity hits my muscle. When I finish my last rep, I fold it and stand it against the wall. It takes up zero space. The bench keeps my body stable so my brain can send 100% of its power directly into the muscle. Third, the axis, a freestanding pull-up tower. This meant I didn't have to drill holes into my walls. It uses my own body weight to build my back and arms. When I started, I wasn't strong enough. So I used thick resistant bands over the tower to help me lift my weight up until I could do 8 clean reps on my own. Once I had my own clean space, I focused entirely on doing the basics perfectly. Real growth started when I stopped looking for new exercises and focused on mastering the simple ones. Because I couldn't change machines, I had to get better at the exact same movements every week. I turned monotony into my strength. To grow without using massive weights, I used the biology of tension. I controlled the speed of every rep using the 1-0-3 cadence. I spent 1 second lifting the weight smoothly, 0 seconds at the top, and a slow, controlled 3 seconds for lowering the weight. This slow negative part creates micro tears in the muscle fibers without hurting my joints. For smaller muscles like arms, I make sure the set lasts anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. For bigger muscles like my legs, I push the set to last 60 to 90 seconds. Changing my training to lower weights and longer sets changed my life. For a longer time, I suffered from bad tennis elbow because I was lifting too heavy and too fast. As you might know, tendons do not have good blood flow, and they heal very slowly when you beat them up with heavy weights. When I decreased the loads and slowed down my speed, my tennis elbow completely went away. You don't have to wait for your home gear to arrive to try this. On your very next workout, take whatever weight you're using, apply the 1-0-3 cadence, and feel the difference. That's your first step into my world. In my home space, there are no distractions. I can focus 100% of my mind on the muscle. And I'm no longer just moving the weight from A to B. I'm forcing my body to grow. To make this small setup work better than any commercial club, I follow strict rules. I train each muscle group exactly once per week so my joints can fully heal. I stop every set 1 to 2 reps before absolute failure to protect my energy and my central nervous system. I use short 30 to 45-second rests between the sets to keep the pressure high. And finally, by applying the above, I ensure my workouts last only around 50 minutes. The plan is ready. All the excuses, the traffic, the crowds, the broken machines have no power anymore. Your 5-minute mandate starts right now. But don't waste hours looking for gear online. I have placed my exact equipment list with direct links in the description below. Check them out, get your tools, and measure out your 2x2 meter space tonight. Once your gear arrives, the outside world stops mattering. It is just your mind, your focus, and a piece of iron moving under total control. Build your sanctuary, follow the rules, let the results speak for themselves. Oh, and by the way, I've placed a link to my beginner bodybuilding routine in the description below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.